So in this tutorials, I'm going to show you how to create hybrid elevations. Um, and this is the Rhino file that I had for the section. So first thing that I'm going to do is duplicate this file. So go to the file, save as, and I'm going to save this into elevations. In this folders, I'm gonna name this elevation one. Um, yeah, so then now I have this file, duplicated file to work with. Okay, so to do the elevation drawings, I don't need this anymore, clipping plane anymore. So I'm going to disable this, and maybe I'll make the I will make a sub layer for this. So CP section, and I'm just gonna keep that, keep this clipping plane on this layer, change object layer, and I'm going to hide it. And then I'm gonna create another new clipping plane for the elevation. So kind of like this, and I'm going to press Shift and left click so that it rotates at the 90 degrees. And then I'm going to, so this is the elevation that I want to render. And in order to do that, I want to, so this is the front view over here. So I'm going to select this clipping plane and enable this clipping plane in the front view as well. So if I go to the front over here, I can kind of see this. And the things about the elevations, this is not in here, it's actually not too bad, but if this, let's just say if this ground surface was actually sloping down or sloping up, we don't really want to see that in front of your elevation drawings. So like I would like to actually kind of like bring this clipping plane all the way to really close to the building, kind of like this, so that you don't have to see the surface. But then problem is like if I do that, like I'm cutting through all these the other stuff as well, so which is not great. The other things I have to think about is the uh, this door over here. So it's in an open position. So I have to close this. So I'm going to select both of these, group them, and I'm going to press Shift and left click to rotate this door. And then I'm going to move this to somewhere in the middle of the door frame over here. And that's kind of like how I would like to see it. And then I'm going to select this clipping plane. And if I click on this, where it says, if I go to this properties, click on this clipping plane properties over here, and you will see this object clipped. By default, it says all, but you can actually click on the include selected over here. And then if I go to the layer over here and click on the ground, this ground surface is on this ground layer. So if I click on that, I can just enable, or I can just clip the ground surface, but nothing else. So even though it's going through kind of like this, these building elements, the balcony or the exterior of the wall doesn't get affected by this clipping plane. So that's kind of like what I want to do for that. So then like I can just kind of bring it up just outside of the building, kind of like this, so that I can still see this edge of the ground to determine uh where this building meets on the ground. yeah, so then I'm gonna go to the front view over here, and I'm gonna actually change that to shaded view. And then I can well, actually I'm gonna change the name of this to a clipping plane. Also, I'm not doing the clipping drawings for this, so it doesn't affect too much, but like it's a good practice. So elevation one, and then I'm going to select everything except the clipping plane. And then I'm gonna type make 2D to produce the elevation drawings. In here, so the view is front view. This is okay. Maintain source layers. I don't need hidden lines or anything like this. I'm just gonna change the layer name to elevation 1 and click OK. And that produce this drawings. If I go to the top view, that produce this drawing over here, uh, which is actually not showing the not showing the ground plane surface. I guess that kind of makes sense in some ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this ground planes. I'm gonna disable this for a minute. And then I'm gonna go to the ground layer and unlock the element. And I'm going to select this and select this exterior wall and type intersect over here. So then I get this um, line over here, which should show up in the um, which will show up in the make 2D command. And so now I'm going to activate this kind of like this, and I'm gonna try this again, going to the front view over here, select everything except the clipping plane over here. So select everything except the clipping plane, type make 2D, and I'm gonna call this elevation 2 and click OK. And now should I go to the top view? Hopefully that will show the ground planes. So yeah, so it's showing this, and that's what I needed for this drawings. So I'm gonna delete this. Yeah, so then that's pretty good. So over here, what I want to do is I have to clean up again the drawings. So what I'm going to do is first, I don't really need this. I don't really need to see anything behind. I don't need any of that these lines either. So this is the line that's showing the ground plane over here. And over here, you can just delete this, or actually, I'm going to split these two lines over here with this, and then I'm gonna put this in a dash line layers over here. I don't know if I'm gonna use it actually or not, but I'm gonna just have this over here, change object layer. Okay, yeah. And then I'm gonna select everything, go to the properties, display color by layer. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so then when you are doing the elevations, basically what we wanna show in terms of the line weight is like closer to the drawing plane, which is like over here. There's hypothetical drawing plane over here that we don't see, right? Uh, closer to that is it has the heavier line weight. So in this case, the profile line of this overhang for the balcony, and then this edge of the balcony should have the heavy line weight. So that's what I'm going to do first. So I'm gonna select these lines over here. See, and I'm gonna put this into heavy over here. And then I'm gonna do the same things over here on these guys as well. Heavy, change object layers, right? And then ground over here, this line, I'm gonna put that in a heavy ground layer as well. And then I'm gonna create the outline kind of going around. So if I go to medium layer over here, rectangle, I'm gonna draw a rectangle somewhere over here, select everything and type curve Boolean, and then I'm gonna select this here and this here. So that will create the outline of this building over here as well as over there. Enter. So that looks good. And I can just delete this. Yeah, so then I have this uh, outline that's kind of going around. Uh, Although I don't really need to have that bottom over here, so I'm gonna hide this dash line, and I'm going to cut this outline off. So then you kind of see outline of the building, kind of like this. The other outline that I want to see is this line that's separating this the upper floor of the building to the lower floor, lower part of the building. So these two are going to be in medium. Change object layers. And then wherever we have this openings to the outline of the openings for the windows and doors, that is the medium light. So that's going to be over here. Let's just say change object layers. So that will be over these as well as these here. Click change object layers. Yeah. So then everything else, what's inside of these window frames. So I'm going to hide this. So these lines inside of the window openings are at the light layer. So all of this goes into light layers over here. So change object layers. Yep. Yeah. So that probably looks good, I think. So then, this kind of looks weird. So let me just clean it up. Oops. Split. Oh, right. Medium. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is heavy. No. So this is medium. Okay. I guess that's okay. So then, this is right. Outline is medium. So over here, change object layers. Okay. Medium. Okay. So that seems to be decent. Yeah. So that's kind of what I would like to have. And I might just like uh, kind of trim the this ground edge as well. Yeah. So then so that's what I have, and I'm just gonna save this file to backup. And I'm gonna create another page layout, and I'm gonna call this elevation and landscape 17 by 11. That's good. So if I zoom into this somewhere over here, select this viewport, which I'm gonna change the layer to viewport layer. And then if I go to properties, so this is eighths of inch equals 12 over here. Yep. And I'm gonna lock this viewport. Uh, yeah, I think that's really I really need to what I have to do for that. Um, yeah, okay. So then I'm gonna, export this layer by layer. So I'm gonna start with this heavy, Control P to print. 11 by 17 landscape, vector output, black and white, layout. This needs to be 1 to 1. This should be 1. This should be 1, and print. And I'm going to save this somewhere on a desktop. Hybrid elevation 1. And the name of the PDF file has to be same with the name of the layer. So this is heavy. Save. And hopefully this is like familiar process by now. And I'm gonna just do that for the rest of the layers. Okay. So now I have all these layers exported into PDF from Rhino. I'm going to select all the PDF files for the elevations and drag it onto the Illustrator over here. And that opens up all the files. I'm going to click on this heavy PDF and bring it all the way to the left. And I'm gonna change the name of this layer for this file to heavy. And then I'm gonna go to the medium PDF. Uh, paste the members layer is checked. Change the layer name to medium and select everything on that file, Control C, go to the heavy PDF file, Control F to paste the layers as well as the lines, close that file, and then continue doing that for the rest of the files. The medium right over here, Control C, Control F. Okay, so now I have all the lines copied over here. I'm just gonna clean up this layer hierarchies. So heavy ground is on top, heavy is second, medium is third, medium light comes after that, and light and dash line at the bottom. So heavy ground, it should be 1 over there. Heavy is 0.75. Medium is 0.35. Let's just say um, medium light is 0.25. Uh, light is 0.15. 15. Dash line is also 0.15. And to make this continuous line to dash line, I'm gonna select them, click on the stroke over here, click on the dash line. I'm gonna change that to 2. And that's probably what I need to see. And I don't, so that could represent like what your building has in a basement or like underground portions of it. That could be okay. And then I'm going to save this as a Illustrator, save as on this computer, in this file, elevation 1. And I have to change the file type to Illustrator and save. Okay. All right. So now I have this. I'm going to go back to Rhino and I'm going to render in D5.